So Jerry is a strange type of agent because instead of listing houses and doing typical agent work, you're actually not just a real estate agent, but you're also an investor, and you're out there flipping deals more than probably almost anyone out there has experience. But that is today's question is, can a real estate agent flip houses?
Well, you know what? Let's be clear here. I am licensed, but I don't operate as an agent. I don't go out and show properties and work with clients. I strictly have my license for flipping. So technically, to answer that question, you can be licensed and flip houses. There's nothing wrong with that. I think the real answer is, do you need a license? Do you need a real estate license to flip houses? And that's really what we want to talk about. That's a big, important question, which is no, you don't need any special license.
I don't have a license and I'm flipping houses, so it better be no, right?
Yeah. You do not need a license to flip houses.
But let's talk about this because it is true that in the world of real estate, you can't have multiple licenses. You can't get paid on a single deal. Like let's say I was a loan officer and a title agent and I was a real estate agent. I couldn't do a deal and get paid on all of those. I'm restricted to only getting paid on one license at a time. Now, when you flip a deal, you could, if you're the realtor and you're buying a property, there's an advantage. The advantage is that 3% doesn't have to, you can negotiate yourself a better deal because you're representing yourself.
You don't have to pay that. The seller doesn't have to pay it, so you can negotiate it now, right?
Yeah.
So that's a benefit.
Yeah, so there's a benefit. You could ask for a slightly better deal. If the agent was going to earn $8,000 on the deal, you could ask for even $8,000 less. And you know what? There's a lot of deals out there that'll make the difference between I'm not going to do it because it's not enough of a margin, or I am going to do it because the margin is enough. And so being a realtor can help. However, being a realtor can require, the licensing can take a couple of months or 100 hours of education and doing all of the work to get it. And the reason why I never got mine is because in that 100 hours, I could do several deals and make a lot of money.
But the bottom line is, so many people think, I want to get into flipping or I want to get into real estate. Oh, I must need to be licensed to do that.
That is false. I just want to make, it's amazing how many people
think that.
They actually think that they're exclusively.
Being an investor and being an agent are two different, totally exclusively different things.
And I want to tell you that Jerry's using his realtor's license in a different way. Compared to how most use it, being a realtor is having a day job in the business of real estate.
Oh, yeah.
An investor is actually owning assets that can create the real dream. So one's a job and one creates financial freedom.
Not only a job, but think about a real estate agent's life. And no offense to anybody that's listening if you're an agent. I'm licensed, so I can say this, but it's not a good life. You show houses in the evenings, on the weekends, on holidays, when everybody's not working is when they're working.
Yeah.
That's not my ideal lifestyle.
Yeah, and so now you can pair them up. You can use them in a variety of different ways. But listen, if you want to get in the game of flipping, you don't have to be a realtor. If you're thinking, well, would it help me if I had it? Yeah. Does that mean that you should wait to have that? I wouldn't.
No.
I would get going, if anything, go rock out 3, 4, 5 deals, make a pile of money, and be better educated on the game to decide if you want to actually pursue that license. Now, there is a simple way for you to get in the game of real estate without being licensed and to make some quick money. And the fastest way is doing what's called wholesaling. That's basically where you go online, access really good deals, get them into contract, and then sell them to an investor for a profit. And you could use the local MLS for doing that. You could use Jerry's free software. You go to the link in the description and basically he'll give you access, basically get good deals under contract and sell them to investors and get paid.
And let's be clear, it's not selling the house, it's selling the contract, which is what's so cool about wholesaling.
What's really cool is, Jerry, I always found that real estate investing, to me, I always felt like I was like a pirate. Not like the raping and pillaging kind, but like the pirate that's like hunting for his pirate treasure. Yeah. Like there's this buried treasure out there and I've got my map. And the reason why I shoot these videos is because all these videos are part of a map. And when you follow the map, it leads to the buried treasure.
To the gold.
And when I do a deal, on most of my deals, I expect to make between $50,000 and $100,000 on a 3 to 7 year hold. And that's an entry-level home priced between $100,000 and $200,000. And so if I can do that, I feel like I found buried treasure. What Jerry does, he says, well, Kris, if you find that buried treasure and you get a signed contract with the seller saying, hey, you can buy this house with all the buried treasure in it, Jerry says, well, Kris, you could keep that for 3 to 7 years and make 50 to 100 grand, but I could pawn that paper off right now to someone else and make a quick 5. And for someone that needs money now, making a quick 5 or 10 grand just for finding a deal, that's a perfect lifestyle for someone.
It can solve a lot of problems. Nothing's better than having some money in the bank account if you've got immediate needs.
Yeah. So the cool thing is, I'm really glad that Jerry decided to fly out here and take the time to shoot some of these videos. I hope you guys will give him a big thumbs up or just learn more about him. But probably one of the best ways to do that. And what I love about having Jerry as a resource to you is that you can click the link in the description below, and Jerry will actually share with you how you can access his software for free for finding deals in your zip code, and then also how you can upload the good deals back to him and have him pay you $10,000 up front for finding a really good deal.
Yeah, bottom line is, guys, I'm looking for deals. I do deals all across the country, any market in the US, and I need more people like you that want to get into real estate, are willing to go out there and use my tools and training and software, find these deals, bring them to me. I'll pay you $10,000 every deal.
Now, Jerry may not like it if I say this, but one final bit of advice from me to you, because hopefully you're subscribed to this channel and we've been building up a good friendship and rapport with each other. I want you to know something. In fact, hopefully you're coming out to one of my live events where I'm always doing my real estate breakouts and giving it to you straight. But I want you to know, if you go out there and use the software and you find an extraordinary deal,
you have to bring it to me.
Nope. You don't have to. If you have the resources or have friends or family or know someone else that wants to put some money in, and you can do the deal yourself and turn a crazy wild profit,
go for it.
I want you to go for it. So Jerry's happy to pick it up and actually do the quick 10K for you. I'll tell you, when I did my first deal, Jerry, and I remember what it felt like when I deposited 50 grand in the bank account. Dude, that was so much more than I made in a year.
Yeah.
And when I put that in the bank account, I felt legit, I felt real, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this 1,000 more times. And
nothing beats that feeling.
No, it's amazing. So if you do find that really good deal, Jerry will pay you 10 grand to offload the deal, or just do it yourself. Either way, this channel and this training, it's for you to help you become a successful real estate investor, because you are the conscious creator of your life. You got this one life to live, and you want to live it as limitless as you possibly can. For us, and maybe for you, real estate is the perfect vehicle to help make that happen.